What's up, y'all? This is Mike at Mike Austin Makes, and I realized that I've gained a bunch of followers, subscribers to my Instagram page, my YouTube channel, and I figured I hadn't really made a proper introduction yet. So, or not one on video. So I figured why not introduce myself, talk a little bit more about who I am, what my background is from a professional perspective, and also just like what I'm interested in and what you can expect from my channels or my platform content, etc. So yeah, Mike Fair. I am born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. I'm a passionate Detroiter, someone who loves the city of Detroit. I love everything that Detroit offers, and what it offered me growing up. So I represent Detroit to the end, but I live in Chicago, where I work as a brand and cultural strategist. That's the work that I've been doing for the past 20 years, honestly, working with incredible brands, helping them create campaigns, marketing, content, public relations that drive consumers to action. And so it's been a really interesting, fun, challenging, crazy career as a strategist. I'm currently leading strategy for a global communications firm, a focus on earned media. So that's public relations, earned coverage, social, earned social. And so we get to do a whole host of really dope stuff. I work on a bunch of world-class brands and work with a bunch of brilliant people every day to push great ideas out into the world. I would say my journey to get there has had a few different careers. Honestly, I grew up as someone who was always passionate about the arts and entertainment. And so that looked like a bookworm who always had a book in his hands, someone who was writing and getting my ideas onto paper in that way. And then also really connected to art, whether that was painting, whether that was music, whether that was concerts. So my first love was music and the music industry. I actually had the opportunity to work in the music industry for a bit. I worked for Universal Music Group Distribution in their marketing department. And that was awesome. Allowed me to learn about a traditional kind of marketing system, but in a very non-traditional industry, if that makes sense. So that was a great introduction. And I always have stayed connected to music in different ways. I've had journey helping artists release their music, whether that was artists who were signed to labels or independent artists, in the crafting of their branding, telling their story through their art. So I love music. It's always going to be a part of my journey and what inspires me. But from there, I went into research. I worked at a new business intelligence firm for many years, and that led me ultimately to strategy. So that's the work part of it. I would say as an individual, I definitely see myself as a creative. I'm always in pursuit of making ideas a reality. I love helping other people bring their ideas to life, but I'm also very passionate about bringing my own ideas to life, hence the content that you're watching right now. And I would say in terms of hobbies or passions, I'm super into fitness. I'm someone who has had a winding road journey with health and wellness and has lost a ton of weight over the years, and just super passionate about movement and challenging myself through fitness and nutrition. And so that is something I'm engaged with every single day. I'm just pushing myself in the gym, and I'll share some of that. I'm also still a bookworm or a book nerd. I'm always reading a physical book, an audio book, and a magazine, and a coffee table book. And I love learning. I love gaining perspective. I love hearing other people's stories, and literature is a perfect avenue for that. So I'm always reading something. And music, like I said, music is my core passion, hobby, source of inspiration. So I'm always listening to something. I'm always checking out something new. I'm always going to a live show. I love going to concerts and seeing people perform live and just tapping in with music and the energy and the vibe of a live show. So, what can you expect from my content? As you know, I'm a brand and cultural strategist, and I'm super excited about helping other people get into the craft, understand the skill set, and really master the skills of strategy. But I also want to deploy some of the codes that I've learned over the course of my career and help other creatives, other entrepreneurs, other executives that are working in the marketing and communications industry and advertising or even public relations and demystify some things, decode some of the falsehoods that we hold around specific audiences. Ultimately, just unlock the keys to moving people to action, to creating actionable strategies that get people thinking, get people feeling, and ultimately moving their feet. This year, I'm excited to share resources and tools that I know are vital to building incredible strategy. I also want to serve as a resource, sounding board to people who are building their brands and creating content and sharing their ideas with the world. And I hope to share my own ideas as well. I think that after 20 years in the business, 20 years of unpacking consumer behavior, and putting that to action for brands. I want to share what I've learned. I want to have dialogue around culture and honestly just want to have some fun along the way, sharing the concerts that I go to, the incredible learning opportunities I get afforded through my work, and also maybe some of my workouts and what I'm cooking and what I'm listening to, what I'm buying, what I'm wearing, or what I think is dope. So that's a little bit more about me. I would love if you could drop a little bit about you in the comments. Let me know who you are, where you live, what you're interested in, what you're wanting to learn about culture, or if you're building your brand and what you're working on. Let's connect for real. I'm all about community and I'm excited to build community with you. So appreciate you following, subscribing, tapping in, watching this for the first time, whatever that looks like. I'm excited to connect with you. So, peace, y'all.